Hello world, it is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021, and today there's a change. It's not bright and sunny. It is cloudy and rainy, although it's really warm. I think 65 today. I just don't understand this kind of weather in December. But it's going to be rainy and gloomy, I think, off and on the rest of this week before the weather turns back to a little cooler by Saturday. The devotion for today is entitled Mountain Solid by Vince Amlin. And Vince bases the devotion upon Psalm 125, verse 1, New Revised Standard Version. Those who trust in God are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. And Vince writes, in high school, I came across the work of the Buddhist monk and peace activist Thich Nhat Hanh. Almost immediately, I adopted one of his common meditations. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. Blown about by the changing winds of adolescent hormones, high school politics, and the stormy relations of teenagers and their parents, I reached out toward the promise of stability I found in these words. The hope of connecting to something large enough, weighty enough to not be so easily moved. Walking the crowded halls between class, facing a breakup, slamming the door to my room, I repeated that prayer. Here at the end of 2021, I find myself in need of that solidity even more than then. Changing winds does not begin to capture the tumult of the last 12 months, the sense of upheaval. Just to scroll through the day's headlines is enough to leave me unmoored. But Psalm 125 offers a similarly grounding breath prayer. Breathing in, I see myself as Mount Zion. Breathing out, I cannot be moved. This season of Advent is a touchstone, an opportunity to breathe and let that breath ground us in something bigger and weightier than ourselves, something more solid and substantial than our moment. Breathe in. See yourself as part of a story whose deep roots can weather any storm. Breathe out. You are grounded in a hope which will still abide when this year has been uprooted and blown away, a hope which abides forever. In Vince's prayer, trusting in you, I shall not be moved. Amen. And for me, this devotion brings up a couple of thoughts. One is the importance of prayer or meditation, whatever it is that works for you, and however it works. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to pray, and there's lots of different ways to meditate. Find what works for you. But using that to stay centered, because there is so much going on in the world. It's just, sometimes I think it's just crazy, and it's really hard. And on top of that, the pandemic has made it even worse. So find what you can to keep you anchored. And the other thing is just a reminder of what Advent is. It's an opportunity to pause for a moment and to breathe and to, as Vince says, let that ground us in something bigger and weightier than ourselves. Spend some time thinking about who Jesus was and why he came and what he taught and what that means in your life today and how you live in the world. And know that you're part of a large community of fellow believers who support one another and encourage one another through whatever's going on. And yes, throughout history, there's always been difficult times, tumultuous times, and we get through it. And we keep trying to work to bring God's will to earth, to bring God's will to earth as it is in heaven. Keep working towards God's vision of what community should be about and what relationships should be about. Stay rooted and find what you need to help you stay rooted. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.